class. I'm sitting at a funny level because I don't have any chairs for our outdoor table. Well, hello, welcome back. Wanted to talk to you today about my favorite / easiest way that I have found to make camp coffee the best. So I'm going to go over a couple of the things that we've done in the past and what we're using now. First, we actually started using instant coffee, and that was fine. It did the job. It got us caffeinated. And then we've slowly developed a taste for different coffee, things we like, things we enjoy, and we've moved on from instant coffee. Although I still will drink it. I'll drink just about any damn coffee as long as it wakes me up. So, instant coffee is always on hand, just in case, even with the method that I'm using for camping. Actually, the method I use at home all the time as well. I still always have instant coffee around just in case, because I never want to not have a reserve of caffeine. So I'm going to talk about the first machine that I used when doing camp coffee, trying to get better taste, be a little more refined when I was in the outdoors. So the first thing I picked up was the Aeropress. A lot of you are probably very familiar with the Aeropress. I liked the Aeropress. The coffee was delicious. I liked the setup. The whole thing comes in its own little bag. Everything's in here. Oh, even I forgot about this. Even a little coffee scoop, a little stir. You get everything. It fits in this bag. It's really compact. It travels really nicely. It makes a delicious cup of coffee. I do like the coffee it makes. The reason I moved away from it, though, was it didn't make enough coffee. So it might be hard to see, but you can get maybe 1 or 2 cups of coffee at a time from this, depending how strong and how much coffee grounds you actually put in here. I'm moving away from this because if you watched our other video on coffee, you know that there's a pretty excessive amount of coffee drinking in this household. So I do still keep it around though because it's very lightweight, it's really portable, and I still have dreams of backpack camping at some point in my life. I don't know if that's ever going to happen, but I like this enough that I'm not ready to part with it either. So that was camp coffee iteration number 1, we'll say. So the next thing I got for camp coffee was something that would give us more coffee, which you can tell this is larger, it's going to hold more coffee, and look, it's obviously a drip style coffee. So the thing I love about this, and this one, let me tell you, is called, it's the good old GSI, you know I'm a fan. This is the Gsi Java Drip. I like this thing. It's got this neoprene sleeve that comes off really easily. It's easy to wash. This is super lightweight. The nice thing on the side of the neoprene sleeves, you can see your coffee. So as you start to fill it up, at the end you'll see how full it's getting. That's actually super nice. And as you could tell, they make good pull handles when you're getting this snug fitting sleeve right back off, putting it back on. This drip maker, drip container, the thing you put your coffee filters in, it fits right inside here. So the other cool thing is this is super compact. Lightweight, compact, you can just throw it in any good camping gear. I really like this coffee a lot. We used it for quite some time. But then my taste in coffee has ended up changing, and I also have been wanting to move away from plastics as much as I can, which is a challenge. It's just not something I can do completely right now. But I've just stopped using this. I've stopped using this for a couple of reasons. The plastic and also the drip containers, what we're going to call that, it can be a little unsteady when you have it on top of your coffee maker. Or it is the coffee maker, when you have it on top of your container. So we usually have we don't have a nice outdoor table, we just have a unsteady camp table when we're out usually. And this, when you're pouring hot water on top of your grounds, it just feels a little bit unsteady. And there's many times that I was worried about actually spilling the coffee over. So I've moved away from using this. I don't want to get rid of it. I still like it enough. I like to have all sorts of emergency ways to prepare coffee, so I keep this one around. Next. Iteration number, let's call it maybe. That's not a number, that's a word. I bought this, but I haven't used it for camping too much. I tested this out at home first, and I've never taken it camping and used it there. But I do like this thing, and I'm going to take it camping with me just in case. This is going to be my backup camping coffee maker. So you can probably tell this is a French press. I'll link it on the website. I can't. Sakura, I think is what it's called. It's a stainless steel French press. It has 3 of these filters on here, which is nice. It filters the coffee really nicely. Double wall vacuum double wall. Anyhow, this thing is really nice. The only reason I'm not using it regularly and I don't love it is because when you have your coffee grounds inside, it's not easy to clean them out. It's very muddy. And anyway, this thing is muddy and hard to clean out at the end of the day. So part of the easy factor for me is how easy is it to clean. These 2 are super easy. The Aeropress, you just pop the filter and the grounds right out into the garbage. You can even just rinse it. You don't even have to fully soap, water, wash the thing if you're just gonna make more coffee later. This one's also super easy to clean. You just take your filter and your grounds and right in the trash. Again, you just rinse it. This one is probably the most annoying to clean, but it gives you good flavor. And if you need hot coffee and you haven't prepared coffee ahead of time, you'll understand what that means in a second. This is a great backup coffee, and it keeps your coffee warm for a long time, and it's got at least 4 hefty cups of coffee in here. I don't know the exact ounce, but I will put that on the website description. Okay, so final coffee iteration. I don't think we can even call this 3. I think this is the be-all and end-all of camp coffee. I think of any coffee, personally. This is what we use at home. This is made of glass. I still take it camping because I love it so much. This is easy to clean up. So this is cold brew coffee, or what we use to make cold brew coffee. This is so flavorful. It takes out the tannins or the acids, or it does something that makes coffee taste better than any hot coffee or drip coffee or pressed coffee or espresso coffee that I've had in the past. So this is what we use when we go camping now, and I friggin' love it so much. All you do is you take your ground, you put it in the stainless steel container, pop that baby in here, fill it with water, lid of your choice, right on top, and then you let that hang out. Let it hang out for the shortest amount of time we've probably done is 6 hours. The longest amount of time has probably been a day and a half. I think 12 to 24 hours is what's actually recommended. The longer you let it brew, the better kick in the pants it gives you. So I recommend having forethought and make your coffee enough ahead of time. That's one of the cons about this. You have to remember to make the coffee ahead of time. So you can make this ahead of time when you're ready to have coffee. If you like hot coffee, what we'll do on cold mornings, we pour this into our kettle. We just heat the coffee up like that, and it's smoother than if we ever did any of these other hot coffee, typical style coffee making methods. The other nice thing is when you go on a camp trip and the temperatures are actually in the 70s when you thought they'd be in the 60s in the morning or 50s, and it's in the 80s in the afternoon and you're just dying full of sweat. This is really nice because you can take the ice from your cooler and have a nice iced cold brew coffee. Highly recommend. Also, don't get into the situations in camping that are hot and muggy and uncomfortable, if you can avoid them. So that is the full slew of coffee machines that I've used out camping. This glass is held up awesome. I do make sure I put it around some padding, a towel around it maybe. I bring a couple so that I can always have one brewing and have one I'm drinking. We use 3 at home. I'll bring 2 camping. I highly recommend this one. It's delicious. It's really easy. It's easy to clean. Again, the filter, you can just knock it into the garbage can, and you rinse the rest of the grinds that like to hang out. So you do use a bit of water to release the grinds there. But it's friggin' awesome. I so love it. That being said, when I've been forgetful and I've not made coffee, you can always make a very nice French press coffee. The other thing with this, you can make cold brew in this, I've heard, but there's also been talk of reactions with the acidity of the coffee, working with the stainless. I've let it sit overnight once. I didn't have any issues with it. The only reason I don't do that is I don't like cleaning the sludge up at the bottom. So I hope this helped you with your coffee making decisions moving forward. Let me know if you have any questions. I'd love to chat with you on the webs, and I'll answer any that I can. I'll provide recommendations where I can. Thank you for watching this video. I really look forward to making more, and I hope you have a fantastic day planning your next camp trip. Bye! This shot glass has nothing to do with coffee. I have it out here because it was tucked away in this one. So don't mind the shot glass. That's for other things you drink. So I moved away from this because if you watched our other video, big buzz. These flies is gonna get me. And beetles, oh, that's a bee. So sorry about the dogs over there. Woo, you need to, there are bugs getting me today. They're flies, they're flies. These flies suck. I dropped Java. I like to have all sorts of emergency ways to procure press. It has 3, I'll tell you in a second. These, oh boy. And you put it in this stainless. You can, holy schmoly, the flies today. Camping machines, no, that's not a thing. Ugh. The sun is getting to me. A lovely day planning your knit. I hope that recorded. Freaking dog. So